Okay, so the following video is a video that was recorded months ago during a paranoid episode and does not reflect the things that I actually think. Um, but I do think it's interesting to watch just from the perspective that, that this is where someone's mind can go in that state. All right, look. Is this what you want? Is this what you fucking want? If you're not gonna let me sleep up there, I'm not gonna let anyone sleep. I I am fucking done with wastefully trying to contain whatever amorphous creature is infesting me from up there, because ultimately whatever's going on up there is a product of out there. It stems from something much greater that I have neglected to address. You see, I've become a lot more aware of all of this stuff around me. My head has been a lot more clear these days since I've stopped with the central nervous system depressants and all of this stuff. I've had a little bit more time to think in an unadulterated way. And I think there's a lot of things to be afraid of. And that may sound a little goofy. It sounds a little goofy to me as I say it, but I think there's a lot of things to be afraid of. I think that I haven't been afraid enough. I haven't been allowing myself to be afraid enough. Because when I pull back for just a moment, when I take everything pulled back into context, into the big picture, I start being able to piece together. I start being able to piece together the pieces of things, and I start seeing exactly what's going on. And I think where do I even fucking start? Because I realize I sound like a raving lunatic right now the way that I'm putting this. I'm trying to put this in a way that makes sense. I don't know why I keep wanting to play with my hair. Just want to put this in a way that makes sense, okay? That looks worse. That makes me look like I'm more of a lunatic. I don't want to look like a lunatic. I want to sound like a real person. Okay. Anyway, I digress. I've started being able to connect the dots, and what I've basically realized is that there's it even the people. See, this is the this is the thing. This is the thing, is that even the people who have See, I realize this all looks very silly. I'm trying not... God damn it. I'm... Even the people who... Scared to look at my own reflection. Even the people who have stuck with me all this time, who I thought were trustworthy, in the midst of all those people who told me that they were completely trustworthy, that they had my back, that they were going to be in for the long haul for this and that reason. And then, you know, I steadily start seeing the signs in their story cracking. I start connecting the dots, but no, my brain doesn't want me to connect those dots. I don't want to be able to see all of what's going on for what it is, because if I did, I would break trust with them. And I told them that I trusted them, and how hard of a thing that was for me to do, because I hadn't really had a history of doing that for people. And you know what they say is how much they value it. And what do? They break it. And then, you know, there are people who stay around for even longer, who there's not cracks in their story. There's nothing like that. But I get trained to see when and where. But they don't lie yet. They don't contradict themselves. But then one day comes, and they're lying on me. And it turned out, what I was keeping track of, what they said 3-4 months ago, I don't want to, you know, sound nuts like it was something 8-9 months ago. Like 3-4 months ago, it was all a lie. They were lying to me. And everybody lied. I had the last couple people on Matrix. I thought that there weren't any lies. They lied. It's just me now. Those things, they weren't true. See? So I start connecting the dots, and this thing doesn't line up with that thing. You know, when I put it all together, and it's not true. I don't know what to do. to be quite frank with you, I just know that I cannot trust anyone. They're all a threat. So, you know, it's sort of what people would say on the forums. They would say, Osaka is gonna drive everybody away, and they've already driven away so many. But what if I just pull the plug? Is that the same? Is all those times I pulled the plug the same as me driving people away? Because if you're gonna lie on me and you're gonna say all these things that a true friend wouldn't do, then they were never truly your friend. It's just responding in kind. It's just responding in kind. So, I like it here. Not here necessarily, but, you know, in a room. And, you know, if I can be in a room, it's not the same as what's out there. Do you understand? Do you know what I'm saying? I think I made my point. Yeah, fuck it. I don't know where else to put this, so I'm gonna put it here. I can't sleep again. I think it's gonna be another one of those nights where I'm up all night because I'm simultaneously furious and anxious. I get nights like this. Sometimes, a lot of the time, it's just being anxious. I can't sleep because I'm anxious, but I have been so fucking pissed for the last few hours. It's insane. I've been thinking about this vicious character assassination that I haven't ever really fully healed from. That you know, someone who was supposed to be my friend at the time said, you know, about all this nonsense about how I'm incapable of loving and all of this, and it ended up getting cleared up. And you know, I apologized for my part and them for theirs, even though they kind of threw the first punch on that one, but whatever. You know, I was cordial and whatnot. And you know, having done that and received those good graces certainly made it a lot easier to deal with, but it's been something that has continued to bother me ever since. But you know, not in a way that really fucked with my head. What really fucked with my head is that it turned out that individual was lying, like literally just lying to me, in that apology and in their denial of what they said. They came around months and months later going, "Oh, actually, I was right when I initially said those things." And it's like, there's only one thing that can be meant when saying those things, and it's something that means fuck you. And that's not something that, you know, people who are friends with you say. They don't make character assassinations. And so, that's been keeping me awake. You can criticize the way that someone's approach, or, maybe, get into some kind of semantic or philosophical discussion about implications of certain words, but, it's another thing to just viciously attack someone's character and then to, double down on it later after ostensibly reneging on all of those claims having been made. It's like not an ounce of consistency. It's just digging into old wounds, and that's not something if the goal is to change somebody, if the intentions really are good, that's not exactly how you go about doing it. I'll say that. So I don't know. I've been pretty angry and also sad because I just feel like I've been told fuck you, and I don't know. I just started spiraling out of control tonight. I don't know what it is about interpersonal stuff. It's just, it makes me spiral out of control, and I had to stop myself from just slashing my arms open like I have in the past, and I was successful at that, but I still left every chat client I was a part of and just started posting stuff about how I was gonna kill myself on Twitter and so on. And I don't think my life is in any danger, but this fucking voice, and I'm not talking about an actual voice in my head. I'm not experiencing psychosis right now, thankfully, but this metaphorical voice in my head just keeps fucking telling me, just fucking do it, just do it, So, I don't know. You ever think about how people who experience chronic stress tend to live much shorter lives, not just due to suicides, but because diseases, physical ailments, tend to be much more prevalent in people who are stressed out all the fucking time. I tried to kill myself 2 times this year. It's a fucking miracle I'm not dead yet with how many times I've tried to kill myself. I'm still here. And I'm still experiencing these flashbacks, this paranoia, this anxiety. I just want my feelings to like sit still for a while. I don't want to be feeling so much different stuff all the time. Just in one day, I'm feeling so many different things. I just want to calm down and chill for a bit. I said it was the story of my enslavement. It's like I'm literally enslaved by how my feelings work. I don't know if I don't want to live anymore, or if I just don't want to live like this anymore. Whatever it is, I just want whatever's going on to stop. And it's like, even if it does stop, you know, what are the long-term impacts of me living as miserable as I have going to be? If I'm not knocked out by a disease of despair, I'll be knocked out by some other disease because of how long I was experiencing despair. I mean, who wants that? Just a lot of misery, I think. I swear to fucking God, if it will not quiet down up there, I am going to cut my fucking hand off. Again and again, I hear and I see, do it, again and again and again. And you know what flashes in my head when I hear those words, or right before I end up thinking those words? It's the vivid imagery. It's the vivid imagery of me taking the barrel of a gun and shoving it up my throat and pulling the trigger. This is what's in my head. And I lay here and I try to sleep, but this is what plays in my head again and again and again and again and again and again. What do you do about something like that? what, like, I don't, yeah, I just try to sit here and I try to sleep. I just want to sleep. But I got all this fucking noise going on in my head. There's no noise in the house, it's just in my fucking head. I just want to sleep. And now I'm thinking about cutting my fucking hand off. I don't know why I want to cut my fucking hand off. I just want to sleep.